Good afternoon, students. In last session, we had studied about Baji Prabhu and the memorable Battle of Godkind. And today, we are going to learn the discomfiture of Saista Khan. So, let's see. Introduction. Shivaji Raje's path to Hindvi Swaraj is full of stories, adventures, and camping. From the time he took the charge of Pune, Shivaji had been keeping Sultan Adil Shah and his men on the move. He captured one fort after another. The Sultan made many attempts to catch Shivaji, but Shivaji managed to escape each time. Both the sides fought each other bravely and lost many able warriors. A lot of blood was shed. Many Sardars was sent against Shivaji. They either came back or defeated or, or were killed. The young Maratha have humbled the powerful Sultan. Sultan Adil Shah at last gave up the fight and made peace with Shivaji. The Sultan gave recognition to his independent kingdom. Now, both Shivaji and a Sultan could rest without coming in each other's way. Peace have returned to the southern borders, but there was a trouble from the north. Maharashtra was governed by four different powers: the Mughal of Delhi, Sultan of Adil Shah of Bijapur, Portuguese, and the Siddhis of Janjira. The Mughals from the north had ruined Maharashtra completely. They harassed the people and destroyed property. So Shivaji turned his attention towards the Mughals. He raided the territories that belonged to the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb had taken over the rule of the empire from his father Shah Jahan. Shaista Khan's campaign. Emperor Aurangzeb was angry that Shivaji had dared to raid his territories. He sent his uncle Shaista Khan to teach Shivaji a lesson. Shaista Khan proceeded to Pune with a huge army of 75,000 men, 100 of elephants, camels, and pieces of cannon. On the way to Pune, he terrorized people, captured the towns of Shirwal, Shivapur, and Saswad. He then captured the fort and surrounding the area of Purandar. He was, he was certainly not leaving without teaching Shivaji a lesson. Nobody could stop him. At least that was what he thought. But the Maratha army could not be easily defeated. They surrounded him in a mountain pass. This made things very difficult for him. The Maratha moved very fast on their swift Bhimtadi ponies. Bhimtadi ponies is a place near Dond, which is known for its ponies. Even today, Dond is well known for horse rearing. They blocked Shaista Khan's route without any effort. Shaista Khan had never before fought battles in a mountain pass. He was surprised to see this strange kind of warfare. After some time, he got tired of the constant harassment by the Maratha troops and lifted the siege of Purandar. Firangoji Narsala. Shaista Khan then continued his march on Pune. First, he captured the fort of Chakan. Firangoji Narsala fought to defend the fort with great bravery and skill against the army of Shaista Khan. For 2 months, he kept Shaista Khan at bay. Bay means a part of building. But he was helpless against the guns of Shaista Khan. Shaista Khan was much impressed with the way Firangoji defended the fort and offered him service with the Mughal emperor. Firangoji, however, refused this tempting offer. Shaista Khan in Lal Mahal. Shaista Khan came to Pune and made Lal Mahal, Shivaji's residence, his headquarters. 1 year passed, then another year. Shaista Khan would not leave Pune. On the contrary, his troops would raid Shivaji's territory, destroy crops, and take away the cattle. In this way, he started devastating the surrounding countryside. A bold plan. At last, Shivaji decided to teach Shaista Khan a lesson. In a way, it was good that Shaista Khan was staying in Lal Mahal. Shivaji knew the place inside out, with all its entrances and exits, its secret passages, doors, and windows. Shivaji's men were keeping him well informed about the disposition of the Khan's troops. Shivaji therefore decided to enter Lal Mahal one night and kill Shaista Khan. This was indeed a very bold plan. Lal Mahal was so well guarded that even an ant would find it difficult to get through. 75,000 troops were camping outside the palace. No armed Maratha was allowed to enter the town. But Shivaji had made up his mind, and there was none who could turn him away from his resolve. Shivaji fixed the date to carry out the plan. On the night of 5th April 1663, a marriage procession was passing along the street of Pune. There was music, fireworks accompanied the procession. Hundreds of people dressed in fine clothes were in the procession. Some were in palanquins, others in minas, while many more were on foot. Shivaji, with his band of trust followers, joined the procession to give the impression that they were a part of it. After some time, the procession proceeded on its way, but Shivaji and his men moved away quietly in the direction of Lal Mahal. Shaista Khan was fast asleep at this hour. Now, Shaista Khan learns a lesson. Shivaji made a hole in the wall and entered Lal Mahal. He had no trouble in finding his way about because it was, after all, his own house. The Khan's bodyguard were half asleep. Shivaji's followers tied them up. Shivaji went deeper inside. Suddenly, someone rushed at him with a sword. Shivaji killed him. He thought it was Shaista Khan, but it was his son. There was a commotion. Commotion means great noise. People woke up. Shivaji went straight to the Khan's chamber and took out his sword. Terrified, the Khan started shouting, "The devil, the devil," and tried to escape through the window. Shivaji struck him with the sword, which cut off 3 fingers of the Khan. The Khan could have lost his life but escaped with the loss of 3 fingers only. The Khan jumped out of the window and made for safety. To mislead the Khan's troop, Shivaji and his men raised the cry, "Shivaji has attacked! Run, catch him!" and started to run themselves. The Khan's troops also started running in all directions. In the confusion that followed, Shivaji and his men made their escape and reached Sinhagad. The Khan's troops spent the whole night looking in vain. Vain means useless for Shivaji and his troops. The incident took the fight out of Shaista Khan. He was afraid that if he lost only his fingers in the first attack, Shivaji might cut his head off in the second. Aurangzeb was furious when he heard of this episode. Shaista Khan lost the emperor's favor and was transferred to Bengal. This was the first serious blow to the Mughal power. Shivaji had successfully bearded the lion in his own den. Gunfire announced the victory, and the wave of joy went all over the Maharashtra. So, have you understood, students? Thank you. Stay safe.